Yo, we back. Welcome back to the Certified Male Podcast. Here on this podcast, we will be addressing all topics of life as we deliver our unfiltered, unbiased 2 cents on everything discussion worthy. It's your boy Drew.
And it's your boy Tati, aka Mr. Slow Stickum himself.
It's your boy Bars.
And you guessed it, it's your boy Jay, aka Mr. Light Skin Key Sweat. Hey man, this week has been a very tough week. A lot of moving parts. You know, it's Mental Health Friday, mental health
Yes,
check-in.
sir.
What y'all mental health looking like?
Mine's at 8.5 right now.
Oh, that's deep.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling a bit nine-ish today.
I'm straight, dog. Dolphins rolling. Got another week ahead of us. Hey, I'm good.
Hey, that's my type of energy right there.
Give you a 7.5, you know. Still got a lot going on, trying to make things move how I want to move, new job and things like that. So 7.5 for me.
Congrats.
You been talking to your therapist?
So she's not really my therapist anymore. The way that goes, to be a real therapist, you got to pay for it. So right now it's just like conversation, look, you know, just a text message conversation, just a little check in. So
Which we all need.
I ain't gonna lie. The mental health stuff, it be really coming handy for a couple of people. Actually, I was at work this past weekend. I was out of town, and my coworker, like, man, just woke up out of nowhere, bro, talking about, in the morning. He was like, "What you think about therapy?" Mind you, I just had him listen to the relationship episode. I think like a couple days before. So he like just woke up. Hey, what you think about therapy? I'm like, dang, it's crazy you say that because on our podcast, we talk just about that. I'm like, hey, I don't do it, but I'm gonna get into it. I think it'll be good for you. He told me the little parts where he felt like he was struggling at and socializing and communication skills with just other people. And I'm like, it's so many other people that probably relate to you in that same exact way.
y'all ask and we deliver. Y'all ask for a part two. Here we go. Mental health part two.
So like with my coworker, one of the things he brought up to me was like, he was a bit confused on if him being socially disconnected had something to do with his mental and wanting to see a therapist or feeling like he's a bit behind or something or he's lag. He feels like he's missing something. It's not a mental illness, being socially disconnected, nah, but it's part of your mental. It's definitely part of your mental. If you can't if you're just socially awkward, I feel like most people got that way for a reason, like something happened to you or you seen something, or maybe some people just grew up without friends or grew up without anybody around them, so they never knew how to connect to people. But later on, like when as a kid you don't really connect with people, but later on you're eventually going to want to connect with people or feel like there has to be some kind of connection there. And I feel like that all goes back to you being mentally, it has something to do with your mental.
A lot of times it's with people, what you feeling like people don't understand where you coming from. Sometimes you go through stuff and you feel like nobody else has gone through it, or people don't think like you. I know I struggle with people not thinking like me. It's a lot of times it's just a lot of times I feel like people don't think like me. So I do stuff that I feel people don't understand, or if I put my problems off on somebody else, they won't understand where I'm coming from with it, because I look at stuff from like a microscopic level, that the simplest thing can make me not want to deal with somebody no more. Like the simplest problem make me just want to move around this problem and not, mess with it no more type deal. So
No, yeah, I think everybody has that hard time connecting with other people. So, like to me, everybody has some kind of social awkwardness to them. Because then everybody thinking in their head, okay, if I say this, what they gonna think? What they gonna do? How they gonna act?
right.
So most people keep that inside. But the socially awkward people, something happened in their past, they brought it to their future, and now they can't really express how they feel or say what they want to say because
Yeah.
if they say this, they might get triggered on what happened in the past.
So you feel like socially awkwardness, same as socially isolation?
Nah. I think it's something different. I think what Drew talking about is just it's trying to talk to somebody, but you don't know how to talk to them because they don't understand you. You can come to them with a problem that's clear as day in your head, and you talk to them about it. They be like, "It ain't no problem there," but in your mind, it's a big problem. Like it's an issue.
Yeah, like what might not mean nothing to you might mean a little bit more to me. And it's like it might be the
Yeah.
smallest little thing that just like, damn, bro, why you tripping about that? Like, why you going on? Like, I ain't do nothing. Like, it's just this. Like, you really like, hey, you never know. That could have triggered something that happened back then that I never handled up on. And my mental's still lagging back from that. You feel me?
Yeah, I know I live by a certain type of principles where I try to make sure I'm doing right by people. Cause I know a lot of people done did me wrong, and I don't want to make people or allow people to see me in that light that I'm trying to, do them wrong. I make sure I'm real careful with how I move and making sure everybody in a good standing, especially if I consider you a friend and stuff like that. I'm gonna make
I
sure
feel
that
that.
you feeling comfortable in every situation.
And that goes with being afraid to be judged. You can go to somebody you think in your head, oh, let me go. I gotta get this out. You go to somebody, you bring it up in a mid conversation. Man, he weird. This dude weird. Like what's going on in his brain? That goes hand in hand to me.
Yeah. One thing for me, I don't want to be judged in the bad light. I want everybody who deal with me to have a good rapport, pretty much. Like I want everybody to every time you speak on me is a good thing. It's not something that's I don't know if you should deal with them or whatever. If you talk to anybody, I don't know nobody who see me in another light other than supporting anybody or whatever's going on, bro. I'm for you. Especially if you my boy or my girl, whatever. I'm supporting you and everything. I don't care if it's going to the store and you found your favorite cereal. I'm supporting that.
And that tends to affect our mental horribly if you actually think about it. We worry about how people feel about us instead of letting them feel. So we don't give them the opportunity to actually feel about us. We making a judgment ourselves and leaving out their mind. You never know. We think about like, all right, I say this. If I say this to him, he gonna think I'm weird. If I say this to her, she gonna think I'm weird. And instead of them actually giving them a chance to say you're weird or to give their thought about
You
you,
already.
we made the thought ourselves, and we already take ourselves out of the picture. So now we count ourselves out.
And this kind of match up with how I was, I'm not no therapist, so it kind of match up with what I was telling him. Like I'm over here listening to him, and I'm trying to give him little bits and little advice and stuff. So I'm like the main thing really, bruh, is like confidence. Like you got to have the confidence in yourself. Like he tried to use an example of going to a bar and connecting with a waitress or something like that, and I'm like, bro, you got to have that confidence. You can't think too much of something. Like you got to know, like, all right, like people are human. You can sit there and talk to somebody and mess up and laugh about it. Y'all could laugh about it and it'd be funny stuff like that. You don't have to think too much of anything. Like, what if I say this and this person don't like that, or I say this and she's not that goofy kind of person. Like you just got to have that confidence to be yourself. And once you have that confidence to be yourself, I feel like it'll kind of be easier for you to connect with other people outside of yourself or your circle.
But we big on opinions though.
Too big.
3 years ago, I just built this confidence to start just talking to random people when I go out now, just to have that communication skills with one another, so I won't feel like I'm being judged or some type of way, that I won't have a.
Confidence is relative. Like I said, happiness is relative. Confidence is relative. Your confidence is not my confidence. You can say you're confident. You can go talk to anybody you see. But me, my confidence is, look, I got out the house. I can stand next to somebody and not be nervous. That's my confidence.
Yeah.
So confidence is relative to me.
Yeah, that's me for sure. People like trying to be friends with people. That's why I struggle because I know people ain't got the same type of mindset as me. But as far as just what I call it, just out trolling, I don't got no problem with going to the store chopping it up with people.
And I want to ask this question to Tati, and I'm only asking this because I never asked you this before, and we're talking about the topic, and you just kind of brought it up. But like back then, I knew you forever, bro. Most of us knew you forever, and like you wasn't the talking type. I feel like you was closer to almost socially awkward or just isolated, I would say. I want to know if why was that the case with you? Why do you think that was the case with you?
Because growing up as the oldest child, I really didn't have no one to talk to. I couldn't talk to my younger siblings because I had to be the leader. So I didn't have no guidance in the household at all. So I was basically just figuring it out. And then when I got around a group of friends, it was like I'm looking at their personalities on how or what should I be doing when I'm talking with other people. Like I never had a full blown conversation with another male. It was nothing but straight females that I talked to. So it's not like, oh, when I get around the guys, oh, I know what to talk about. No, it's like, what do I talk about? So when it came to the being around a group of friends and my group of guys, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna let them do them because I wouldn't know what to say at the time.
I can see where you're coming from with that. People like that. I'm no expert or anything, but people like that, they have to build their rapport on how they're gonna talk, walk, and like say stuff around people because people have different characteristics that make other people feel like they're in the
Yeah.
wrong space,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So with him, I'm not him, but with him, I say what he was doing when he wasn't talking, he was picking up on trends and what people tend to do, how we talk, how we walk, things like that. So he knows like, okay, I can say this, and not be weird or not be awkward.
I know how to approach them. I'm very observant, and that made me very observant to this day. So I'm good with picking
Yeah.
up on tendencies and things like that.
See, Tati, I experienced the same thing you did, kinda, sorta, but not really. For me, I'm more so the people who I consider my circle. I'm funny. I'm playing around. Everybody know that. But when you outside of my circle, and I don't want to try to be your friend, I don't want to try to do any of that. I'm reserved. I'm closed off. I don't really want to deal with you. You'll think I'm this mean person. You have different levels and standards or whatever for certain people. Once you family or once you friend, then I'm that happy go lucky dude. But outside of that, bro, I'm serious on we just this business pretty much. This is transaction. This is not no friendly type deal.
Nothing social.
Yeah. So like you were saying, how you just be laid back and sit back. That's the same thing I do. I don't want to feel no type of, how I say it. I give respect so I could get respect, because I don't want you to feel like the first time around I'm playing around, you feel like you can, what's that saying go, like you play with a dog, it licks you in the face. You're not going to do that with me. So that's why I feel like we like that laid back, observe the scene.
And I agree with y'all on that, as far as Tati, because it's like what y'all said about like what you had to do like growing up. Like around my friends stayed around me. Like my circle, we stayed real close to each other. Like I'm talking houses like down the street. We was walking to each other's house every day. So it's like every day you just go knock on one of their doors or they knock on your door and the whole crew outside. We link up, we go to the park, we do this. I was spending a lot of time with my friends. And like, as we got older, a lot of them moved away. They went different places, so we wasn't able to see each other every day and spend that time we always used to spend. So I had to learn how to like spend time with myself. I had to learn how to like love myself, and it got to a point where I'm like, you love it so much to where sometimes you rather be isolated a lot of the times. Like I barely go out and stuff like that. It's like you just learn how to spend that time with yourself or learn how to love yourself, and it's like it changed my whole view or the way I move with everything.
Oh nah, I definitely feel that. That's my problem. I'm trying to fix it, but being by myself is way more comfortable than anything. I ain't gonna lie. Like for example, that boy Jalen though, I go fishing by myself. That boy asked me the day before, and it ain't no bad blood. It ain't nothing. It's just like,
That's quality time.
yeah, it's just you know yourself, and it's just like you just get up and go. You ain't gotta worry about nobody. You ain't gotta worry about no drama.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You just by yourself. You understand yourself. You look within. All that time is therapy time, quote unquote. Like
Therapeutic.
it's real beneficial to do stuff by yourself sometimes.
See, and that comes with the way you was brought up.
Yeah.
Like most people, that's not normal to people. Having a long time, things like that. Even though we need it, majority of people need it, but some people they didn't grow up to be alone. They grew up around people, loving people. So now they want the love from the people, or a group of people that's gonna bring love. Most of us we didn't grow up with that group of people to nurture us, to love on us. So now when we get our alone time, like when we was growing up, that's normal to us, and that's what we need the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But the different part about me is I grew up around that. Like at the end of the day, I got about 20 cousins. Like that's just
Same.
how my family, just
For
a big
real.
family. We always did stuff together, but it's just somehow, some way, I end up enjoying doing stuff by myself. When you just do stuff by yourself and you comfortable being with yourself, it's a different kind of feeling. Sometimes when you do invite people, you find yourself thinking, "Damn, I wish I never invited them." Not saying that it's anything that person did wrong. It's just a lot of time when you, like, say for instance, for me, it's either fishing or going to the store, going to like grocery store. When I go fishing at the grocery store, it's kind of like that's my zen time. That's my time to connect with myself, reflect on the week, or something like that. And you kind of check in with yourself, and then with somebody there, they trying to have a conversation, they trying to do this and trying to do that. It's like you kind of it feel like you invited somebody to a party and they doing too much.
Yeah. I feel like myself, it's not the most healthiest thing to like spend all this time with yourself. Like something I do by myself, like I'll smoke. You feel me? I'll go smoke by myself. I spend that time by myself. I do by myself. But I know sometimes I want to link on my dog. Like I'll call up that boy Trey. Hey, you feel me? We link up. I just pull up on that boy or Dev or anybody, Joe Blow. Like I just pull up on them, and it's like, that's just time. We just vibing. I could do it by myself, but it's not the healthiest thing to me to just always be isolated all the time. Sometimes you got to get out
For
and
sure.
like just socialize and be around people. Just kind of clears my mind. You feel me? Like I don't want to stay stuck in my head all the time. I
sure.
be in my head a lot of the times, bro. So I would like try to get out of that. Man, being around other people and talking to them, sometimes hearing their problems, they hear we exchange problems. It's like it's therapeutic. It's mentally refreshing.
Yeah, that's why I got my wife, boy. That's to be honest, boy. If it wasn't for my old lady, boy, I'd be by myself. Cause I purposely try to hit people up. I purposely I gotta literally think about the shit to do it. Otherwise, I'll be alone, and I don't have no problem with that. That's one of the problems that I deal with. Like I don't mind just being me, just by myself. Everything I do, if it ain't with my old lady or my little brothers, I do it by myself. I try to involve people and as much as I can, but sometimes it just be like, bro, I'm doing too much. I feel like I'm begging people to hang out with me, kind of, sort of. And that's just a simple, hey, y'all boys, I'm having a party here. Pull up. That feel like, to me, I'm begging y'all boys to come out. And not saying that I care whether y'all feel like I'm begging y'all. It's just my thing. I'd rather be by myself.
Mhm.
I hate feeling like I inconvenience people.
Big on that.
Yeah.
hate
And
feeling
I
like
think
that.
that's a better word than saying begging somebody to come.
Mhm.
But I don't inconvenience nobody. If I don't care if they're done. If you got a pencil, you only got 2 pencils, and you want to keep your extra one. I don't want to ask you for your pencil.
Like
Now you want to,
Nah, because that pencil might mean something to you.
Mhm.
right?
That's me.
And
Like,
I think that's a better way to explain it than begging somebody. But it's just that inconvenience of you having to now cut your day because you probably want to. Oh, I don't want to make him feel this way, so I'm gonna just come out. And I think that's probably a part of it.
like I feel like you got your whole 24 plans. So like, why would you want to spend
Yeah.
5 with me or
Exactly.
spend anything with me? So it's like I just don't want to inconvenience you.
Exactly, for sure. That hit it on the head.
and,
For
and
sure.
that goes back to what I said earlier. You don't give them the chance
Yeah.
to say, "Oh, no, I already got something planned."
Right.
Or you automatically in your head, they definitely got. It's 8:00 at night. They definitely got something planned. They definitely got something to do.
For sure. Them boys Ben had something to do.
Mhm.
No, but going back to what Varus said about having that one in your corner, like he said about his wife, that's major. When you're talking mental health, that's major. Because if you continue to sit back and hold in everything, you ain't got nobody to talk to, and you hold all that in,
You're gonna explode.
it's slowly tearing you down, bring you down. It's gonna put you in a mental health crisis where you can't really get out of it.
Like if
Yeah, for sure.
like if work do get stressful or not even stressful, just anything happen at work, something crazy or something that might have just did something to you, like I catch myself calling my old lady after work. Like first thing I talk about, man, guess what happened today at work, man? These boys tried me, man, or these boys doing it. Like it's just a natural thing you want to vent off, like especially if you like you want to say it. I want to say it to somebody, and you're not gonna do it to just anybody. You're not just gonna say it to anybody. So you have that one in your corner that you can go to, man. That's a cheat code.
I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you. Like I say, I know y'all boy get tired of me saying it, but my old lady, boy, that's
Amen, huh?
boy. You can't even put it into words, boy. Hey, help me out a lot. Cause I be struggling. And it ain't nothing that nobody doing. It just, like I say, how my mind work. When you see other people's situations, the situations that you've been through, and you look at somebody just so pure and so just so normal, I guess. You look at somebody so pure, so normal, and it's like bro, you tripping. And it's like somebody on the outside looking in and saying, bro, you tripping type deal. Like, relax. They ain't doing nothing to you. All they trying to do is hang out. Like, sometimes it be feeling like, bro, why they calling me every week to go do something? What they trying to get up on me? Like, what going on? Or my wife be like, now you tripping. They just want to hang. Clearly you good company or whatever it may be. Like,
You ain't used to it yet.
right.
It's a different kind of environment.
Yeah.
Right. And it goes back to the way you grew up, the environment you grew up in, and the environment that you're currently in.
Yeah.
Like we said last episode, we changing daily. Every day we're making changes. So
Yeah.
if we could change our mindset the same way as our body, we'll be good.
I'm telling you. I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, I wish, bro. Like,
For real.
we talk about it, but it's like, bro, I don't even know where to start
I'm telling you.
sometimes, for real.
Especially when it ain't no issue. Like, you can literally, somebody send you a text, hey, bro, come through. We watching the movie tonight, or bring your old lady, bring your wife, bring whoever. We just chilling. First thing come to your mind, be like, that's weird.
See, for me,
Like,
it depends on who that come from. Like, if one of y'all boys hit me up, like, I know Jalen used to have we used to have the game nights at his
nights.
crib. Tati, sometimes we pull up at his crib. They have functions. Sometimes we used to pull up at my crib all the time, and we just cool it in the back and
Chill and
turn
talking.
up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it depends on who it's coming from. But if it's coming from anybody else, bro, like,
That's the negative.
it's hard for me to just trust people or know, like, you got my best like interest, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know you. Like, I might know you, but I don't know you like my day ones or the ones that I've been around, or I might feel like I don't know you like my day ones or the ones I've been around. So, like, I wouldn't know what your true intentions are, and sometimes you might have great intentions, but
Right.
because of how I view things or how I used to view things, it might take me a while to get on board with what you trying to do. You feel me?
Right.
And you just don't know if they have a genuine care.
Exactly. You don't know. It's just,
Everybody's not genuine.
we fear what we don't know. You're not scared of nobody, nah, but I don't know what it's gonna lead to if I trust you. Then I'm mad. I'm dead in the grave mad because I trusted you.
Right. Not even just dead. And this as a man, sometimes you be like, nigga, low key you be broken hearted. Like,
Yeah.
somebody be breaking your heart, dog. It be your dog that be like,
I did not expect this from you.
I ain't know you'd do that. Not even, and it ain't even like it seems like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a broken heart, cause like sometimes when it's your dog, it's like, bro,
I ain't expect
you
that.
weren't supposed to do
Bro,
that.
I put every bit of my faith into you.
I'm telling you, you weren't supposed to do that. You wasn't. And everybody had those situations, and you try not to put it on other people. At the same time, you got to protect yourself from that situation again.
But the more and more that you try to protect yourself, the less experience you will get, because you're not willing to step out on that limb because of previous situations.
No, for sure.
I think that's not really. I feel like that's all about setting boundaries, bro. I feel like when you set boundaries with people or
Okay.
or certain, jobs or anything, I feel like it changes it changes a lot. Like, it'll change like how somebody might come at you or how you expect somebody to come because you set that boundary. And I feel like setting boundaries is underrated. It's underrated.
No, you can say set boundaries, but as we all know, when it comes to certain people, boundaries change. So let's just say you got a homeboy that you don't put in the box where this supposed to be your dog. His boundary is different than the dude who you got your acquaintance. So you thinking that your dog not supposed to do this thing, that boy cross that boundary that you just know he won't cross or she won't cross for that matter.
It's differences.
Once it's crossed, it's like, damn, bro, I ain't know you'll do something like that type deal. Like, I ain't know you was that type of person.
It'd be shocking, bro.
So you basically just know your role. You just know every last one of your dog's role. Like, one for the working out, one for financial situations, one can give you advice about relationships. You just
Yeah, kind of, sort of. You could say that, but I think I'm more on the thing. You don't get an opportunity to everybody
Nah.
to cross those boundaries.
okay.
For
So you
real.
set those boundaries, but you don't get an opportunity to everybody. Like, you got the 1 or 2, maybe the 3, but after that, bro, everybody acquaintance, and it ain't no bad blood between nobody. It's just that you've been messed over so many times. It'd be like, bro, I don't want to go through that again, bro. I don't want nobody to let me down again. You don't want to be dealing with that.
Like, the level of tears or differences I got, like, with people, Like my family and friends will be completely on a high level from my acquaintances. Like for example, hey, you could walk in
Right.
my house without knocking on my door. You could walk in there, like you probably do a tap, make sure ain't nobody doing nothing crazy, but you could walk in the crib most of the time without knocking on the door. This other dude, he gonna have to knock. Matter of fact, he might just sit by the step and probably yell until somebody come outside or something. You feel me? It's just different people in my level with that go like it's a complete drop from friends and family, drop
Yeah.
acquaintances because I struggle with that, like bringing you in and just trusting or just being genuine
For
with it. You
sure.
feel me? Like I'm gonna have the best interest for you. I'm gonna have your best interest in heart all the time, bro. Because that's just the kind of person I am. I do not like I don't fuck around with screwing people over or leaving you like Varus
Mm-hmm.
said with a bad taste in my mouth. The rapport. I want you to have that good with me. So I'm not
Yeah.
into that kind of business. You feel me? I'm gonna have the best interest, and that's why it hurts so bad if I'm like that and you do something else. It's like, damn, my nigga, like
Son
I was way
Green
on a
is like,
whole nother level
God,
from
leave,
that.
bruh. Right.
So I agree with all that, but that mentality generationally we can't pass that down. There are certain parts that you can pull out that you can like okay make sure you're watching this, make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, all stuff like that. Because the more we pass down that mentality of oh we can't trust these people or we can't do this or you only can trust a few people, that leave them out of the chance that leave out the chance for them to get that experience they need to excel in life or get their mental on a different level.
That's why I'm trying to have kids. I mean, not have kids, but that's why by the time I have kids, I want to have friends, bro. Because as y'all know, I ain't got none at all. If it ain't y'all, boy, I don't deal with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little, little group chats that we got or whatever, with the few guys that we got. But other than that, bro, outside of that,
Nothing.
I don't talk to nobody. I don't
Co-workers.
deal with nobody. I don't go out with nobody. I ain't got no
Mhm.
coworkers. I go to work for business. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't do no more of that. So that's why I make it a point to try to get ahead of it now. That way, when I do have kids, at least them boys, they see, oh, you can trust people. Yeah, daddy got friends or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
you try not to teach that
So
to
you
them.
ain't doing none of the company parties.
Nah, I don't. I've been
None of
working
them.
for the same company about 10 years, bro. I haven't been to one.
But that's
It
why
be
I'm
like
big
that.
on.
I haven't been to one.
Be like
No,
that.
no doubt.
It be like that, bro. I'm
That's
telling
why
you.
I'm big on never bad mouthing someone. I'll allow them to show themselves to the next
Yeah,
person.
exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Oh
don't
yeah,
want
for sure.
my feelings to cause how you feel to someone else.
Yeah, that and growing up, them boys, they call it, that's a female thing to do. You don't do that.
Nah,
That's
yeah.
At
that's
all.
for women to do.
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
I'm gonna let you
exactly.
judge for
I'm
yourself.
so hardly on that.
Yeah.
I probably
Yeah,
had a different
yeah, but I
experience
will
with
give
you.
you some hints.
Nah, I don't give you none of that. That's your experience is your experience. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just don't deal with that person. You can go deal with them and figure it out for yourself. I don't want to give you no hints, no none of that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you like don't mess with him, but I'm gonna tell you what he did to me.
But it ain't my job to go building people, building people vision or just
Mm-hmm.
how they see people.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't my job to do that. That's for you to do.
To each his
Like
own.
I
Yeah.
might think he a asshole. You might think he's God. Like who am I to
Right.
tell you who he is to you or who she is to you?
Right.
Like I'm gonna let
Pretty
you
much.
find
Yeah.
out for yourself.
Yeah. For
There's
sure.
always somebody for somebody. There's always somebody for somebody. I let people find out on their own. You'll be surprised at what people match up or link together, and it's like, wow, they're a perfect match. I could see why they're friends
Right.
or why they're married or why they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like you will see all that.
Right. And going back to Varus with the 1, 2, 3, like 3 people can have get this special treatment while the other associates get this type of treatment. Having too many friends pulling your energy is very vital to our mental. If we try to split our energy between different people, we can't give them everything they need because we already got 12 other people pulling our sleeves, pulling at us, so we can't think straight.
Give me an example of that on what you mean.
Nah, I can't, cause I can't agree with that. Cause if you got good friends, that won't happen. And that's when I say I have different standards for people. If you got good friends, your friends understand that certain stuff I can call him for or call her for, certain stuff I can't, because you don't want to unload all your stuff on somebody else. They already got their stuff to deal
Yep.
with. Now they got to
Yep.
figure out your stuff plus their
Getting
stuff.
that stuff.
Especially if you got a worrying friend that's always trying to help
Yeah.
everybody.
Always want the best for you.
Right. You got to be like, you got to have good friends, and good friends,
For real.
yeah, they may be going through something, but bro, I ain't saying hide the jump, but at the same time, you gotta,
Don't bombard them.
yeah, like I'm not finna call y'all boy because life just been beating me up all week long. It's just like when you ask me, it's like, hey, yeah, it's tough right now, but I'm gonna get through it type deal. Not no everyday, bruh. This will happen at work today.
That'll
Then
bring
tomorrow,
the next person
bruh, my
energy
wife
down.
tripping now. Then tomorrow, bruh, my mama mad at me. Then next week,
True.
bruh, I can't pay my rent. Now you at the crib stressing out about stuff that's going on with me.
See, but that's the thing. As a friend, we tend to help people solve, like we want to help people solve those issues, right? So if you got multiple friends, like say take me for instance, I got multiple friends where I'm the person that they call when they need to talk about something, right?
Mhm.
So me in my head, when they talking to me, I'm like, okay, how can I help them do this, or what can I say to help them do this? Meanwhile, I got another friend that just hit me up with the same thing or something different with another problem. Like, okay, how can I help them do this? How can I help? What I'm trying to say is, if you got a lot of friends, because everybody's not okay, right? So if you're the person that they think the strongest one, and you can come to, and you can tell them everything, can tell you anything they want. Having that open door policy is kind of good, kind of bad, because now they pulling your energy, which you don't have enough for yourself.
And bruh, to add on that, like I feel like what you were saying, you like I'm always thinking like, what can I say to help him? What can I say to help her? Like I feel like you shouldn't do that. Sometimes certain situations you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I feel like communication is not always speaking to like communicating to respond. Sometimes it's just listening. You just want to hear what this person got to say, or they just
Right.
want you to hear what they got to say. They probably don't want to hear nothing at
You
all.
just
but
need an ear.
I just got to hear this side. I got to hear this side. You just got to sit there and be like, yep, I feel it. And you'll know based off the person that is, you'll know if they want to get your advice or not. But most of the time, bro, they really just want to, they just want you to hear them because they could get advice from anybody. Shit, they get
Right.
judged all the time. People
For
judge
sure.
all day. So they probably called you that specific person because they know you're a good listener.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you just communicate to listen.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by that. You gotta have good friends. If your friends know you, like if they good friends, they calling you just to be an ear. Like I think majority of the problems just in life, if you do talk to somebody about them, you're supposed to be calling them just for an ear, not for no advice, not for no money, not for no
No
time,
favors, no
not for
nothing.
no this, not this, not like it's supposed to be just for an ear, just to get that off your chest. Get that off your mind. Let you know you spoke it out into the universe, and now you're not mad no
No
more. Not
judgment.
like exactly. That's what a friendship's supposed to be. Now, if your friend decide, all right, I got this $1,000 for you to pay rent, cool. Or I got this for you to, you can hold my car. I got 2 cars. You can hold my car for 2 weeks until you get your car fixed or whatever it may be. That's what a friend is for. Not I'm gonna call my friend because I know he gonna tell me to break up with her, or he gonna say, I'm gonna give you a $2 million, or like it's a way that you do friendships. Good friends is gonna understand that I'm only calling you for an ear, not for nothing else.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's why my mental kind of be low a little bit, because me as a person, I always it might not be coming from me, but I always try to find a way how I can make the situation easy on them,
Bittersweet.
because like I would never want my friend to struggle with something, especially mentally, something that's affecting them mentally, where because we all know how mental depression, how that stuff work and how it affects people. So me, if I can make your life easier by using my connections or any, because I know a lot of people, if I can make your life easier, I'm going to do that.
Exhaust every
I'm
option.
not just going to sit here and listen to you. Me knowing, if I'm a good friend, me knowing you, knowing your background, knowing that like me as a person, I can help you solve this problem. Why would I just sit there? I won't say it to you like, oh yeah, I can try this. But behind the scenes, I'm working for you just to make sure like, okay, we're gonna solve this problem because he got kids and we can't allow nothing to happen to the kids. We can't allow the light go off, water go. So I'm gonna try to solve those problems best I can.
Especially if low key you might be going through the same thing they going through. It's like, damn, bro, I can't even sit here and be quiet because I feel the same exact way. I be going through that same thing. So it's like, hey, how can I help you so we both can get through this? You feel me? Maybe I could piggyback off you and you piggyback off me, and boom, we bouncing ideas and we find a way for both of us to make it out. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially if they come to you, you guys know what's the two hardest things for males to do? Ask for help and to say I love you. So if they come
Oh,
to you, if they coming to you, well, come on, what that mean?
Nah. Not to say I love you. I say I love you, my peoples, all the time. That's regular.
Boy, I ain't never heard that from you.
Oh, now to men that's different. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what you talk about.
That's different. It just put it like this, bro. Like as men, we just know women have to be affirmed. Then
We got a way
I gotta
different way
tell
of
my
saying
mama. Right. It just if you put it like this, it'd be like nigga, you answer the phone for me first ring. It's like okay, yeah, we lit, we bros, like that type of deal. Or I text you, you text me within a couple minutes, we tied for sure. Like you got a group chat, we tied for sure type deal. And then when it comes to women, it's just like
You gotta tell.
you gotta let them know. Otherwise, them boys,
Reassurance.
them boys think you
You
don't.
gotta know how to communicate that. You can't even tell your old lady like love you. Like yeah, hey, I love
Oh,
you.
nah.
You got to say the
Nah.
full like, now love me. What you mean?
Yeah, for
With
sure.
dudes, we got a different kind of lingo. If I say love or
You ain't
love,
gotta
bro,
say it.
you know what I mean. That's I love you in dude terms. Like love equal I love you in dude terms. So it's the same thing but different lingo.
Y'all boys ain't even probably never peep. When it's your homeboy and you clap him up, what you do?
Pull them in.
You clap him up, pull him in. If it's just a dude that you know, he just getting the clap. He just getting the clap. And people don't even know that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
People don't never notice that. But usually when it's your dog, you bring that boy in, hit him on the back. That's a little hug.
Naturally.
When it's a dude that you just meeting, just a little clap up or
I
a
might
shake hand.
dap him up with a little
Sometimes
fist.
you even dap him up.
Yeah.
Type deal. So it's different ways that you got to communicate with different people. And that's just how it is. And that's why I say for that it's hard to say I love you. Nah, not for me. Like I say, I honestly think it's different for men and women. But women, you got to go over there and stuff like that. Not saying there's nothing wrong. It's just it's different. Just how it is. Like you got to go over there and say, hey, what's up? Even if you think about it, you go to a party with your family. You can walk in the party and say, hey, everybody. And your uncle, he take it out. Oh, he said, what's up to everybody? But your auntie be like, he ain't come over here and hug me and say, what's up? What's going on?
Every time I go to my grandma's house, that's
exactly. Yeah, grandma and auntie, she like, what's going on?
You gotta give a hug.
Exactly. To walk around. To everybody in the building.
What about asking for help?
I ain't gonna say I it's hard for me, but I'm one of those ones that I'm not gonna ask you for help. If you want to help me, cool. If not, I gotta be under a bridge. No cap. Jalen know this. Jalen just said this
just like
the other night at the party.
Yeah.
So okay. So pretty much with the I need help is like I don't have no problem with help. But if you don't offer it to me, I'm not gonna ask you. It's more so like you have to extend that hand. If you extend that hand, then I have no problem with taking. For example, I have a little get together and this stuff left out. Before I ask somebody, hey, you can move that chair for me, move this, move that. I just do everything myself. I'll let y'all boy go cold home and do everything myself. I don't ask you to do nothing because if you was my friend, if you my dog for real, you gonna do it. Like when we have our events, I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all boys either help me
or you don't
or not. I done been at, say for instance, my boy Keon. I've been at his crib, and that boy ain't gotta ask me to, hey, bruh, grab the case of water, go help my girl get the grocery out the car, cause we cooking. Like, what I look like allowing him to ask me? Like, it's one thing you, as a friend, you supposed to go take care of that for your boy. And if you don't go take care of that, then you need to fix yourself. To me, he don't supposed to have to ask you to help him. You see me with 3 cases of water trying to walk in the house, grab a case. What are we doing? Why I gotta ask you for help? What, or like why?
That's true, but you know how we go by the saying, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
How would somebody, I see your example was a good example, but take it a step further. How would somebody know that you need real life help mentally or anything if nothing is being said? Like we do, like we put on the mask, we smile all the time, happy, yeah. But deep down behind that mask, behind that smile, you hurting. You down bad. And like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. So yes, you're hurting. Yes, you're my dog, but I can't help you. Like, and now in the back of your head, if we going with your example, the back of your head, oh, this man ain't helped me. This man, I don't know. You didn't say anything, so I don't know that you're hurt. You smiling in front of me every time we go out. We going out. We having fun. I don't know what's going on.
I feel you on that, but as a friend, bro, like I feel you on that, but as a friend, I feel like certain things it shouldn't have to be said, bro. Like I say, a simple I need help. You see that I'm changing my brakes, bro. Let me take care of this side while you take care of that side. We can finish this shit in half the time. Like, or we having a party, bro. I done came to your party. Why am I leaving instead of helping you clean up? Like, that's just the type of stuff that go through my head. Simply, I don't know if I have too high of expectation for people, but I that's just what I would do for a person. I guess I just expect what I would do for a person to do the same for me, whether I know it or not. Like, yeah, I may not know your exact problem, but I'm gonna know if you off, and you know this, and like I say, Keon know this. If I see that boy ain't in the chat like he usually be, hey bro, you good on the side type deal. I done did it to you too, Jalen. Like, hey, you good? I see you ain't been in the chat. You tell me what's up. Hey, I've been going through this at work, or nah, I just been tired. I ain't really been in the chat like that, just to check up. But if your homeboy don't do that, then you supposed to you supposed to do that kind of stuff. Nah, if it you know this man, usually he texting in the chat every day, sending TikToks, Instagrams, Twitters, whatever, sports, everything, always chopping up in the chat, and he magically don't send a chat for 3-4
Not
days.
being
It's
him.
like, hey yo, you good? At least you good. I know
Yeah.
you might be going through something, but you straight, everything good. Like,
And like, Varis, I'm like, I'm not against what you just said, but like, I'm completely different when it comes to that helping thing, because it goes back to the inconveniencing you, and like me being the friend that I am, I'm gonna make up an excuse for why this man ain't helping me or why doing this. Like what you said earlier about I go under the bridge. Like before I need the help, I already like mentally trained myself that I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna handle this. Like I'm gonna do this. You feel me? If I need help, I'm gonna ask for it. But I would always
mhm.
make up an excuse like, hey, you know what? It's a reason why Brain like offer his services. Usually he would. Maybe he would help, especially if I would have asked. I know, like, if I would have asked, bruh, he would have helped me. But people not like mind readers.
See, mine ain't no excuse. Mine is just like you just not cut like me. That's mine. Mine is not an excuse. It's just like you not cut like me. Therefore, I struggle being your friend type deal.
Mhm.
Like that's mine. Like for you, you say you gonna make up an excuse for him, and oh he ain't do it because maybe he had a long day at work. But mine is like, bro, if I came to your party and you need help cleaning up, I'm finna help you clean up. I don't care if I work 20 hours today. I'm gonna help you because you my boy, and I would expect the same thing from you. Like I said, I think my expectation for people is too high, simply because that's just the kind of person I am. I literally come home and do whatever for anybody that's me, that that's my family, that's my circle. They can ask me anything, and 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a yeah. That 9 times out of 10 is gonna
I
be a yeah.
struggle to say no.
Especially if I got it, then everybody around me got it. And I guess I expect that from everybody when everybody not like that. Everybody it sucks.
That's why it
And
sucks
I
so
think that
hard,
go
bro,
back.
because everybody not
Yeah.
like that,
I
homie.
think that go back to why I like to be by myself. Cause if you by yourself, you can't expect nothing from nobody. Cause you by yourself. You ain't gotta worry about nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You by yourself. It ain't no expectation.
Ain't
The
none.
only expectations is from me. Yeah, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat.
Moving on my pace. I ain't got to worry about getting something you want to eat. Like maybe you got a specific diet. Like I could literally go anywhere. Shit, I could sit in here and dine in for as long as I want without worrying about having to take you this and that or yada yada yada. Like it's That's just how I be viewing things. You feel me? It's basically the same way.
Yeah.
But how can you be mentally stable when your finances not straight? That's what I'm getting at. Because we're talking about, oh yeah, if you need money, doing this, doing this. I'm not stable enough if I ain't had the money. I ain't financially stable.
I feel like that goes back to appreciating the finer things in life. Like, you know, money is not every, like in our last podcast, I was like, hey, money is not everything, but I want to get money. You want to get money, but it's not everything. I don't have to be set up perfectly for me to just appreciate this flower I got here, or the beauty of life, period. Like, just working out and stuff like that. The beauty of working out and your body changing and stuff like that. Like, appreciating the finer things in life that ain't got nothing to do with money, bro. And like, my family, they come from the island. They come from an island called Dominica. And like, it's not the richest over there. It's not the richest over there, but everybody's basically like in the same boat. And I've never seen people so happy and so like kind to each other, bro. And these people don't got bread like that. They don't have money to go buy a mansion or even buy a house, period. But they got love for each other. They in good spirits. They in good moods, because it's like, yeah, we ain't got this money, we ain't got this, but we ain't got it together. And it ain't everything. It's kind of like how you was raised, bro. They was raised to not have that. They was raised to do everything on their own and learn how to do things. So money wasn't the biggest thing for them. So they don't never talk about it in a negative way, like this is affecting my mental, because to them, it's nothing at all. Life, breathing air, that's the thing. That's what they love the most. That's all they care about. And family.
Right. Some of my favorite memories is back when we was quote unquote broke, when we was sharing bikes with my cousins and at grandma's house playing football with a bottle with rocks in it, trying to go outside and play with the kids in the apartment. Everybody in the apartment sharing one ball type deal. Like, that's some of your best memories. Like, I don't. I can't say that money don't mean nothing. Yes, it means something, especially in this day and age. But when you think back, a lot of your good memories is the times when you was young, and maybe y'all ain't had enough money. Maybe y'all ain't know. Everybody around had the same situation, and it's just like, I don't know.
And bro, on to add on to that, like, you right. Like, back in the days where your memories was like, the best memories you have, bro. I remember me and my dogs used to walk everywhere. We ain't had no
Right.
wheels. We ain't had no money for no wheels, no Uber. I don't even think Uber was uh
Nah.
in style back then. We ain't have, man, we walked everywhere. Parties. We used to be at every party. People wanted us at parties. Well, them boys, they the dancers. But we was going everywhere. We was bopping everywhere. We was on feet, bro. And like, those are the best times of my life, bro. We laughed. It just wasn't
Yeah.
no boring walks. Like, we was laughing, cracking jokes. We had a good time, bro. We enjoyed them walks. We talked about what we was going through leading up to the party, hyping each other up. Like, those walks was the best. And we was broke as hell, bro. We ain't had nothing. We ain't had, if it started raining, bro, we was, guess what? We gonna have to find somewhere to sleep out here, because ain't nobody coming to get us. We ain't got no bread. Somebody got to call their old girl. Maybe somebody old girl might just come through, and everybody gonna squeeze in that one vehicle.
One
But other
vehicle.
than that one vehicle, I'm talking two-door Mercedes Benz.
What?
Two-door Benz, man.
Two-door Benz.
Everybody squeezed in there, bro. We made it happen, and we was broke as hell, having the time of our lives, bro.
Exactly. That's why I say a lot of time. I think as we get older, we fall into the trap of money meaning happiness. And no, like I say, I'm not saying that money don't help with your happiness, but money shouldn't be the root of your happiness. Like, you
Yeah,
should be
not the root.
happy in whatever situation, but you breathing. Like, you can find happiness. Like, you can find it. Like, it's out here. I know your job may be trash. I know whatever, but you can find it in something. If your happiness in coming home and playing Call of Duty, that's your happiness. If your happiness is coming home and walking the dog every day, that's your happiness. If it's coming home and unfortunately some people have this habit of buying a bottle, shit, that's
That's
your
your
happiness. You gotta
happiness.
find You gotta find your happiness. When you find your happiness, you'll live a lot better life when you just accept that, bruh, everything ain't gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna find my shit in the process.
I think that's where we come up short. We don't try to find the good in the situations we in.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
We always say, "Oh man, I could have. Man, I can't do this. Man, I can't do that." But you breathing.
Mm-hmm.
You still
right,
got roof over your head.
Somebody not.
right.
You still eating. You still got like. There's things you can do to find the positive when things are going really bad, like bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Drew said. Like Drew said, that's the answer I was looking for. Like I couldn't really get it out myself. Like how do you stay mentally stable when you're not financially stable? It's just appreciate the little things, and that was big for me.
For real,
For
bro.
sure.
That's major.
The
That's
little
major for
things is
real.
what get you through.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a little bit of money, the little things is what work for you. The little things is what push you through. Like I say, it could be simply coming home playing Call of Duty or playing Madden, playing
That's
2K.
me.
It is what it is. It's like that little piece of joy. You need to find that. Everybody, I think, need to find that. I think people put too much on. If I ain't going to Maldives, I ain't happy. Or if I ain't going to Bora Bora, I ain't happy. But like, it's happiness everywhere. You just gotta be willing to find it.
Yeah,
If your happiness coming to re- repairing a goddamn circuit breaker or whatever it may be, right? You can find your happiness and enjoy your life no matter how much money you have. You can look at and you can go by the kids that ain't got no clothes, no nothing in Africa that be doing all that dance and everything. It's like,
And like, bro, honestly, bro, I feel like I came a long way with my mental. I used to let the smallest little factors in life just destroy me, bro. I used to sit there and ponder about the smallest things. Like, dang, it's like, dang, this girl just broke up with me. I'm down bad. Like, I'm sad, or I just lost my job, and dang, I'm broke. Like, what I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna pay for this and that? And like, I came a long way because I realized like life goes on, bro. Life goes on. Either you gonna go along with it sad, or you gonna go along with it. Like it's not gonna always be in your favor, but it's always going like long as you breathing, long as you seen another day, it's opportunity. You can make the most out of that opportunity. You can do whatever you can with the opportunity. That's how I started viewing life, and now it take a lot to really
sure.
like get me down and keep me there, bro. Because I'm always like, no,
Mm-hmm.
it's light at the end of the tunnel, bro. One way or the other, I'm gonna get back up. You could go from being the brokest dude in the world to being homeless to being the richest person on earth and having everything you ever dreamed of. Like it could just happen in the blink of an eye, and you gotta keep that confidence. Just stay up, bro. As long as you have air in your lungs, you good. Like it's always gonna be a way out.
For
You can
sure.
always make it out. It's opportunity to be great every day, long as you breathe, and like you just can't spend it beating yourself up or being down. And I used to struggle with that like horribly, bro. And I just got so much. I haven't perfected it yet, but I've gotten so much better with it, bro. So much better.
That one thing I perfected, boy. No cap.
see, but that's easier. That's easier said than done. Like you can't put like take for instance, when I was growing up, when we was getting evicted, like you ain't gonna really try to look for no good coming out of that. This is an unplanned move.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where you're going next.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta ask for help. So like
I feel you.
it's certain
I
situations,
feel you.
it's yeah, you can do it, but it's certain situations where that's not really possible.
Hold on. It's not always about looking for good though.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's about just weathering the storm. Knowing you got a storm
yeah.
going on and that
I,
storm eventually is going past. Yeah, it's raining hard right now. It's thunder and lightning, it's raining cats and dogs
I'm
outside,
telling
but
you,
that storm going past. That storm is going to pass. It's a mentality you just gotta have.
Because just like Jay said, during the moment, just like during that moment, you going through that, looking for the house, sleeping inside your
Weathering the
car.
storm.
Like, nah, that hit home. That hit home.
I'm definitely understanding that. The I guess the difference between me and probably y'all is how I grew up. We grew up with not very religious, but we grew up with a strong belief in God, right? So for me, yeah, I may not go to church every week and may not pray every night and may not read the Bible and know it like the back of my hand. But some fights It ain't mine. I swear
Mhm.
to God, like I ain't got no dollar in my pocket. If God don't put it in my pocket, it is what it is. Like I'm gonna still go to the park that day and play basketball or football, whatever it may
Finding
be.
that happiness.
Or I'm still gonna come home and play 2K. Like, or you try to make it happen or whatever, but it's still like, bro, it's some stuff, it ain't nothing you can do about it. So why it's already a problem that you can't do nothing about it. So why would you then come home and then be depressed about it, and then be considering suicide about it, and then putting that problem off on your homeboy about it, and then keep doing the same thing over and over instead of, bruh, yeah, I can't pay rent today or I can't pay the light bill today, but bruh, I got water. I'm finna go take a shower. I'm finna come and lay down in the room and read a book.
I'm gonna
Like,
go outside.
right. It just like exactly you can go outside or my homeboy, that boy got lights. I guess I could just go over to his house until I can get right. I can go over to his house until I get sleepy, and then I'm gonna come home and go to sleep. I don't need no lights if I'm asleep.
But everybody mental is not the same. Everybody
That's what I'm
everybody deal
saying.
with
So that
the situation you may have, but deal with it totally different.
I feel like
And
that's why I
then
say
and
for
then going
me,
to your homeboy's house, your it goes back to
That's what I
us
was
being the
doing.
male. Our prize will get in our way.
no, you ain't gotta say nothing. You can go chill on the front porch. Like, bro, I'm just saying,
Bro, that's
like,
what I used to do.
I feel like your financial life should not have to do nothing with your happiness. Yes, it can help you go to Maldives. Yes, it can help you go to Bora Bora. Yes, it can help you go to Cancun. Yes, you can wear the finest. Yeah, you can wear Givenchy and all these name brands and all this stuff. Yes, you can get the newest Jordan. But at the end of the day, if you don't get that, bruh, majority of the world don't get that, bruh.
Mhm.
So it should not control your happiness at all. It should not control, bro. You living. You can find some happiness in living, bro. Like you can find some happiness in living. It's something out here that's gonna make you happy. Whether that's waiting till Sunday till football come on, or waiting till the basketball season come back, bro. You can find some kind of happiness out here.
To play devil's
You
advocate, what if that's that person's happiness then? The money, getting
what?
to it, having it.
Yeah, that's why I say to me that shouldn't be your happiness. I mean, in that case, you should be trying, and the point of trying should make you happy. You should be okay with when you lay down at night. I tried, it didn't work out. Cool. Next morning, I'm doing the same thing, and next morning, I'm doing the same thing. Not be depressed because you don't have an extra $1,000 laying around, or because you don't have an extra $20 laying around, or because you got paid and your whole check gone. Like I say, don't get me wrong. Yes, money is an amazing thing to have. Money when you can just do what you want to and not have to worry.
Hmm.
I 100% agree that it's cool, but at the same time, for me personally, I'm not gonna allow money to control my happiness. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. But me and my old lady, me and my wife, we could still, we if we got to eat sandwiches on a picnic instead of going to Ruth Chris, it is what it is. This is what we got right now, but we can still be happy with these sandwiches.
And sometimes you got to see something that make you like change your whole like view on things. Like, for example, if somebody you got somebody who got into a tragic accident, God forbid, somebody got into a tragic accident, maybe they lost a leg or arm or something like that, but they got paid. They got paid, they got big money. You'll see that person every day, like they won't be the happiest. They'll be happy they got their little bread, but it's like, damn, I can't even get up and walk
But I ain't got
how
no
I want.
legs.
Yeah, I can't even get up and walk. And you just walking by, your broke ass just walking by, like, damn, like it make you
Yeah,
appreciate the finer things. Like, bro, I'm broke, but I could walk down the street. I could do this and that, yada yada yada. Like you gotta. Sometimes
and
you gotta see certain things to appreciate the finer things, bro.
to me, yeah, you can save money by happiness. But how many people that's out here that got all this money that buy happiness that's miserable? Jeanette, what her name is? Jeanette McCarty from iCarly. She just dropped a book pretty much saying her whole entire childhood was miserable because of her mom. She had all that money, making all these. She
She
was
was using
famous
her.
on Nickelodeon
Mhm.
and all that stuff. but her mom ruined her entire childhood, and until now, she happy that her mama died because
Damn.
because it was just that bad. And she had all that money, she had all this stuff. And I don't know if y'all know, but the children in Hollywood and all these places, they got little safety nets where the parents can't use the money and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But she still got all that money, but she was not happy. Like it's so much stuff that people go through. Look at Juice World. Look at all these rappers that overdose, taking all these drugs, and yeah, you can say money can make you happy, but at the end of the day, the people who got all this money, they still in pain. Rod Wave, Juice World, all these people that's this kind of way, you'll think, because them boys got money to spend $100,000 on a chain, that they'll be straight. But bro, that pain don't go away. You got to be happy within yourself. That money ain't going. That money, yeah, it help with bills and taking you here and taking you there. But if you're not happy within, that money don't mean nothing.
That's real.
No, that's real. Yeah.
That's real, bro. That all starts with yourself, bro. Like how you feeling. Don't let that money make you. You make that money.
Real
Don't let
talk.
that money make you.
And going back to what Varus said, it's big that you know that you got a partner that really understands situations and what's going on in y'all life as a whole. Because sometimes we tend to try to make our girls so happy that we break ourselves down in the process.
Yeah.
And that's like your glue. That's like she might be the one holding it together. So it's like, you want to like sometimes you want to appease, you want to make everybody be happy. And most of the time, fellas always will take the shorter end of the stick to make a girl happy. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life. They be not everybody believe that.
I don't
I'm
believe in
just
that.
saying that's what they
Nah,
say.
nah,
It has
nah,
a little
nah.
truth to it. Some dudes do take that. I'm not saying you do some sucker stuff.
But we take
I'm
heed
just
to
saying
it. We take
if your
heed to
girl
it.
want a bigger look, if your girl want a bigger plate of food, you're gonna let her get that bigger plate of food. If you could only afford a certain plate of food, like if I have to get a small plate and she gotta get the big plate, I'm gonna let her get the big plate. You feel me? Like just
Listen though, it's a tough thing simply because I feel like I say, I guess my standards for just people who, I put them in certain positions, is a certain standard I have for you as my wife, my old lady. If you understand that, bro, we here right now, you gotta understand where we at.
Weather the storm.
Right? All I can
mhm.
afford is sandwiches right now.
You gotta
Mhm.
understand the mission.
Work with me. Yeah, if you can't work with me, I don't blame you. You going on about your business. I ain't finna force you to stay here. But if you gonna be here, understand that all we got right now is sandwiches. We trying to figure it out, but right now it is what it
We
is,
ain't
and
always
it
gonna be on
shouldn't
top.
control your happiness. It shouldn't, but if it do, it's not wrong. It's just you not for me type. It's just
I feel like people forget, like, you and your partner, y'all are a team. It's not literally y'all against the
yeah.
world, but it's y'all against the world. It's
No, it
y'all
is.
are a team. You feel me? Like everything has to go
Yeah,
through y'all. Like if I'm broke, we're broke. If you're broke, we're broke. If you up,
yeah,
we're down. If I'm happy, we're happy. If you're sad, we're sad. You feel me? Like we a team.
yeah.
Everything go hand in hand. So we got to communicate and stuff like
Let's
that and be
figure
on
it
the
out.
same page. Figure it out. We gonna figure it out together. We
Yeah,
gonna make it out of this. We gonna make it out of that. Like it's all about
yeah,
understanding your partner and understanding that y'all are on the same team. We are a team and we have to figure this out together. Ain't nobody gonna do this for us. This us.
And sometimes those hard situations is tough for your significant other. Like some people can't stay down. Like if you want to stay together, some like for a guy, we not speaking from experience, but we tend to want to be on our own, want to do everything on our own, right? So if we do say we do get kicked out, we do get evicted, we're not going to ask somebody to for their crib or can I stay here? We're going to find a solution on our own,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping in a car, shelter, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't stand um, in that situation, in that storm, right? So they're gonna leave you or tend to call up a family member or a friend, like, can I stay with you until we get back on our feet? Me and so ain't doing too well right now.
yeah.
So
Which is the reason why you like for me, for the reason why I have a wife, it's your partner. When you ain't got it, they got it. If we both ain't got it, that's a rare. It's very rare that we both ain't got it. Like I ain't saying I'm using my partner, But at the same time, it's just like you gotta y'all working together. So if I need 100, you send me 100. If you need 100, I send you 100. Like it's just stuff like that. And the same go with just day to day tasks. Like if you work late, bro, I got the food. I don't care, man or not. I got the food. If I work late, you got the food.
Let's pick each other
If
up.
you work crazy hours all week, bro, I can wash the clothes so you can take a little break,
Take your nap.
and vice versa. Like it's not exactly. It's not.
Like being
It's not
the
that.
peace. Being the peace. Don't be the headache.
Yeah, it's
Be
not
peace.
that deep. It's simple stuff. Like when as a couple, you work together, and that's why I don't agree with the whole happy life, happy wife. At the end of the day, my wife, she help out when she help out. When she know, damn, that boy probably had a hard day, food cooked. If she had a hard day, vice versa. Whether I go home, go to work, or whatever, it's vice versa. If I know that she coming home at 8, I done been home since 4. Why food not cooked? Saying I don't understand people having these so-called roles and all this dumb
Gender
shit.
roles.
Like
That's stupid.
that don't make sense, bro.
They
If
don't
your
work like
girl
that.
worked all day, why would you leave the whole living room dirty because your girl worked all day and she's supposed to quote unquote clean the living room? That's stupid, bro. That's childish.
That happy wife, happy life. That's what causes the mental health.
Right.
Because we tend to let things slide that we really don't want to slide. But in order to keep her happy, we have to let it slide,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when they say happy wife, happy life, that whole concept is just it's not something I agree with. It's we
Right.
both agree to be
Right.
happy. We both supposed to be happy.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't break myself down because I know my old lady, she doing the same thing. She doing the same thing in return, and it ain't breaking myself down. If when I need a break, you give me my break. When you need a break, I give you your break, and it's just that. So you can't you breaking yourself down if you're not getting that energy reciprocated. If you're getting that energy reciprocated, you're not breaking yourself down. You just sacrificing. Yeah, you may be tired, but you sacrifice your tiredness or you want to go lay down a little early tonight
Uh-huh.
just to give her a little break, and she do the same thing for you. It's just I don't know. I just feel that that's the way it's supposed to do. That's why I say I don't agree with that happy wife, happy life.
So back into my my coworker, helping people out, like my coworker, with therapy and stuff like that, or just mental health. Like, what can we do to help the people out there who may not know or have a direction of how to know?
Me personally, I just think you got to have a friend group that makes it okay to talk about mental health. Like make it a norm to talk about how you feeling this day. Make it okay for it not to be okay.
It's just like waking up, brushing your teeth.
Correct.
Sure.
Make it something you do normally. Like so when it do happen, it's not like, oh, every time he call me it's something weird. He got something going on. If it's normal, it just happens. So it's none of that happening.
Normalize it.
No, I agree with that for sure. It's just hard to normalize it, bro.
So Jay, for the people who probably didn't catch on the last episode, they need to catch up on that last episode. What's the information again for them people to get in contact with a therapist, the hotline, what you got from me?
So once again, the website is a catalog of therapists, goodtherapy.com.
Raw.
Uncut.
And authentic.
It's your boy Jay.
And it's your boy Tati.
This your boy Vars.
And it's your boy Drew.
Your mail has been delivered.